I'm hunting still for things which have got outstandingly good design, and this one was something that NAEF company made in the early 80s, I think it was. It looks like a figure of 8. Well, it's an 8 that way, isn't it? And it swivels like that, so it makes an 8 this way. Extraordinary. Boom, boom. But it's got a channel. These are channels, so the idea is to hold it horizontally like that. And I'll put something down there. And then into the thing, you place, well, I could do it with a blue ball, but I'll start with a wooden ball just to make it a bit easier. You're supposed to roll it down, and when it reaches the edge and it's about to fall off the cliff, you quickly switch to the other side and picks it up. So let's go see if I can make it at least do one circuit before it falls on the floor. You start at the top here. And it's also, the other thing I noticed is that within a year, they decided the handle thing is not so good. It's easier to hold it like that, and then you can flip like that so much more easily. You've got much more control over it. So that's what I'll do. I'll start at the top here. I'll take it down. It's gone past the loop. I've got to quickly do that, and go down, quickly done that. I've got to have it going downhill all the time. Yeah, well, all right. Let's have one more go with the blue one this time. Starting from the top. And it's got to go down like that, over the thing, and quickly down there, and then quickly down there, and quickly down there, and so far we haven't, we have dropped it. Oh well, we got the idea anyway. But a very neat little thing which I don't think any other company has ever made. So for kids, it's a very nice skill toy for timing and lots of things. You need to be able to practice with it quite a bit first before you've mastered it, and certainly it's much better to hold it like that and not with the original handles. But that was 1980 or 81, I think it was, the first year at Nuremberg Toy Fair. A goodie, that. There's only 4 things to show, but they are nice ones. This is one that I'm very fond of. This has been out for years. I've got many versions of it too. It's a little what they call frozen moment, or that's the title that the Australians gave this when they first invented this. And it's supposed to be a paint pouring from a can, but of course it's all made of plastic. But in the back, which is hollow, you've got a little tool for a place to put your office stuff. I've got a staple there, and I've got an eraser there, and I've got a little red tape measure. But you put in, some of them actually have little magnets in it, so you have a whole stash of paper clips, which is very nice. But it's a charming little desktop tidy to put on your office desk, or on your at home or at an office, to amuse people. It's well made. The third of the items is a very unusual one, which I've never seen done before or since. It's let's bring it up and show the. It's a company in Canada who makes this, called Radical Links. It's got a patent number for 1995. They call it a Mobius ball, but I call it a Mobius ring, made of rings. Now this is extraordinary. They've made about 40 rings. Let's see if we can get it in focus. And as you turn it, the rings, if you did a few more than this, it would jam and wouldn't move. But as it is, it's freely moving, and I do oil it occasionally. You can just move it round and round and round. But when you study it, you realize you're going through a Mobius type twist as you're going from the start position to the end. So it's a most extraordinary design for a Mobius band or Mobius ring made of some 40 or more rings. I must have a look at the weaving sometime to see if I can make a copy of that. Perhaps with file rings, I think, or not. I don't know. But a very, very clever bit of design. And once seen, never forgotten, and I've never seen that again. So that's a goodie. And the last item is a particular favourite. I think in the 1980s, in that decade, there were 2 outstandingly good toys, both of which, including this one, were making you the artist. The pin screen, which is this one here, is Ward Fleming, which you're familiar with, and I'll show you that. And the other one, which I haven't got to hand, was the Sandscape that Graham Smithers, who I met many times, made, and we turned it over and it made pictures. This one was made by Ward Fleming of New York, about 1980, I think, originally. And the original version, which I saw in Japan in 86, was this size, but about 10 times bigger. It was a big table costing many tens of thousands of pounds. And you put your hand underneath it and you created images. This one, I'll just create an image of my hand to remind you what it is. But I hold it properly. Hold it like that. Push it down like that. There's my fist full of nails. This thing cost me, wait for it, £120. Well, this is 1985, and he was hand making them, well, batch production, I suppose, and that's what you paid in those days. The NAEF company in Switzerland brought them in, and I happily parted with this. And for at least 3 years, I was showing this to kids' parties and adult parties and amazing people. And then finally, I think perhaps they got the business model correct and took it out to the Far East to have it mass produced. And the price plummeted from £120 all the way down to about, I think the cheapest I ever saw was $4 or $5 FOB, some port in Asia. So this one's never left the shops ever since. It's such a beautiful idea, and it made so many different designs, sorts, and lots, of course, nowadays they make them of plastic as well. But for the first 2 or 3 years, no one else had this, and it was a wonderful thing to demonstrate to people what inventive things there are. So that was the Sandscapes, I think, were the two iconic best toys of the 1980s, of 10-year period. Makes you think, if you want to invent a good toy, try and bring the customer who's buying it into the field and make him feel as though they're the artist, which is what's happening here. Artistically carved my own hand, as it were. And that thing is a very, very popular item, and it'll never go away. So one of my best. Do you like it?